back to the Triple D Podcast. I'm Dave.
I'm Duncan.
I'm Danny.
And on today's episode, we're talking about Discord. But before that, let's go over our week. What's going on, guys?
I love how he always pushes it off to us first. It's like, I'm going to open this up, but I don't want to talk about my week.
Well, I'm not trying to be, to take all the glory with opening.
Week-wise, I haven't really done anything. Today, though. Today sucked.
That's part of the week.
I mean, you're right, but, I had the worst not sleep last night. I woke up exhausted, went to work, and immediately there was, so many pallets there from the night that it closed that no one did anything. All the shelves were empty. We had to work that, and then there was, another 23 waiting in the truck bay for us to pull off and pull into the cooler. And I said, I'm going to do what I can. I'm not doing a lot.
That's terrible.
Ugh.
Sounds not dissimilar to how my Monday was yesterday. I can't even keep track of the days right now. Yeah. So, long story short, very similar turnover on that one. Night shift versus day shift not doing what they're supposed to do. So I'm walking by a trailer, just out of the corner of my eye, catch my eye. It's like, yeah, there's 13 containers loaded in here. I'm like, what? I look at the door. I look at the containers. I'm like, that's almost full. That's not 13.
Oh.
So we have to dive into it and investigate it. What had ended up happening was there was some sort of confusion twist layover. So instead of live loading all the containers, about half of them got merged because they were missed from the night previous. So instead of doing their proper job, they just kind of fudged it, and they're like, it'll go out on the next release. And it was we found that, so we had to fix it. So
Yeah.
we had to replan and reschedule 300 packages.
Wow.
Damn.
That was fun.
Yeah.
How's your week going,
these
buddy?
these last 2 days have not been fun.
Yeah. We got the
you don't like
big
driving
snow.
2 feet of snow?
So yeah, we got 2 feet of snow, and I'm fine with snow. I love snow. I went to work these last 2 days because I'm an essential worker, and let's just say I've been on a snowblower a lot. I've been crying a lot.
It'd be like that.
My body hurts. It's been a hell of a roller coaster, and then so I work at a bus company, and we moved the buses to clear the snow, whatever. Tomorrow school starts up again, so we don't put the buses back in their spot because we don't got time for that. So the drivers trying to find all their buses tomorrow is going to be interesting. Where's my bus? Running all over the yard, slipping and falling. It's crazy, but we're supposed to get more snow. Funny enough, tomorrow is 2 to 3, potential 1 to 3 Friday, and then Tuesday is 11 to 13 inches.
What?
Yeah. Get your shovel out, Danny. And then I felt
no.
I felt
We didn't do this last year.
Yeah, you're right. I felt so bad because Nancy, Gio's mom, called me, and I was sleeping, and she's like, "We need help shoveling."
Yeah, I was a minute late technically getting on, and that's because everyone is parked so close together in the driveway right now that unless you have a size 2 waist, you're not fitting between the vehicles.
Yep.
And I am not built for tight spaces, so I'm rubbing against the vehicles doing this.
He's doing a car wash.
Had to squat crab walk under the mirrors as they're right next to each other. It was not great.
Oh man,
That's an experience, all right.
You wouldn't understand, Duncan.
Yes, I would.
You live in the
I
South.
live like that too. I live in the Midwest.
I don't know if I consider that. That's not Midwest.
It's not the
I
Midwest.
mean, Mid-East.
You mean?
Whatever.
Yeah.
I am tired.
I don't know. I
okay?
feel like it's more
Mid-East-ish.
Mid-South.
It's
Mid-South.
middle of everything.
Mid-East, Mid-South, yada yada rada rada.
Look, I'm further south than you are, so I didn't get hit with the snow like you did. We still got some.
Oh yeah, you didn't get hit with that snow, but I mean,
Yeah.
Not 2 feet.
living down there, you get that yearly at some point.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yearly, once a year. We get it. This is gonna be our
Last year we
fourth.
didn't get it at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
So New York is weird. So some years we don't get shit, and now we have it.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, when I was
we get something at least every year, even if it's not crazy like you guys are getting right now. But we get it every year.
this is the most snow we've had in probably a good 10 to 15 years.
That's great.
Oh yeah, no, this is like the normal yearly for us.
I was like, yeah, there's like at least once a year where you get at least a foot and a half.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's amazing. Snow's awesome, man.
It is amazing, but people certainly don't know how to learn to drive in it.
For real, we what was it?
Hold on.
Sunday I left work early because I didn't want
Yeah.
my partner out on the road and stuff like that when it was snowing actually. So we left like supposedly like 3 or 4 hours before it was supposed to start, and it was like beginning to flurry.
Yeah.
Which was earlier than the weather apps like said it was supposed to, but whatever. And then we were sitting at a gas station, and a fire truck, blaring sirens, drives past us with another emergency vehicle, either in front or behind. I don't remember, but I literally screamed out. It's like it just started. Like, how are you already requiring help?
It's all right.
That's okay. That was like when we had the little flurry ones. There wasn't even maybe 2 inches of dusting, but it was when that wind started to blow through. So like it was creating little snow cloud storms.
Yeah.
This person had already slid off the road, and they were in the melted snow from the previous snow from like 3 weeks ago, and we're requiring a tow truck to get out. I'm like, are you serious? How did you do this to yourself? How? Why?
They got scared.
Right? Oh no, the wind blew me an inch to the left. I'm gonna go into the snowbank.
Well, it was bad up here. I drove to work yesterday morning in the middle of it, and they had a travel ban. Like, you're not allowed to go anywhere. So I have
like
to.
you
work.
Essential worker.
Yeah. So I left at 5 in the morning, and it took me 45 minutes to get to work when it normally takes 15, 20. Because
As I say, you said you had to crawl like 15.
so
10
yeah,
miles an hour,
so
didn't you?
10, 15, I had to go 10, 15 miles an hour in a foot and a half of snow and 4-wheel drive. That was terrible. I couldn't see 2 feet in front of me.
Oh yeah, I remember looking outside, like it was probably like around 7 or something in the morning. Fucking, I could barely see through the window. Like,
Yeah, the wind picked up. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but a foot and a half of snow on Floyd was not fun.
yeah.
But the weather has been crazy. It's awesome though.
Yeah, you're getting to enjoy all the eccentricities of it.
Oh, the eccentricities.
Listen, my brain is tired, and I'm just saying what comes to mind.
Don't do that. Make sure you have a filter on.
I've been pretty bad about that recently at work. Let me tell you who.
Mm-hmm.
It's not been
Tell
my
us.
greatest shining moments. No, I'd rather not.
Why not, Duncan?
I don't like getting in trouble. Listen, I'm not good about controlling my filter on a good day. It wasn't a good
Duncan,
day.
is that whiskey you're drinking?
And they get it.
No, I
it's
wish
a
this is
screwdriver.
orange juice, but it
It's a
was
screwdriver.
I was trying not to go so hard.
Wrong pipe, sure. It's never the wrong
Absolutely.
pipe.
Says the man with his Chungus shirt, essentially.
Hey, listen. You gotta keep it lively here.
You're keeping it something.
I'm back in town.
You know what's not back in town though?
What?
Where's the beard, Dave? Why is the beard missing?
Yeah, well, you had to bring it up. I feel like
Someone had to.
I I feel like a English teacher.
I was gonna say best a teenager, but
I would say you look more like a course teacher.
Thanks.
What?
I'm a teacher.
The course teacher?
Oh, chorus.
Oh, I thought he said chorus.
All That's what he did say. He said chorus.
No, chorus, like Coors Light.
No. I said chorus. You know, like the ones who like shouldn't be teaching because for some reason all the girls seem to swarm you.
I don't know.
So we're talking about Discord this week.
Yeah.
We're talking about Dave's a PDF.
Whoa! I am not. Don't even joke like that. I go for women above my age.
So what's the opposite of a PDF?
What? Opposite? A cougar AF?
Poacher?
Yeah, something along those lines. Hunter, I guess, something like that.
Yeah.
Well,
I
we
feel
can't
like
use
poacher-
hunter because hunter is used for pedophiles.
Well,
We're going poachers.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
poachers
still
work.
illegal at that point, so it's kind of.
Yeah. All right. So on today's episode,
Talking about Discord.
Discord. Will we? Are we?
Before we jump into Discord, I have another thing I want to talk about.
You're pregnant.
No.
Fuck.
Did you see where the CEO or the president, one of the two, of Microsoft is stepping down?
Yes, I saw that, and it's the end for Xbox. It's not it's Microsoft. I thought it was the CEO of Xbox. It's different.
Okay, so
It's Microsoft, but Microsoft owns Xbox.
Oh
so.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's the end of Xbox.
But the new president or CEO who like stepped up for the role is the old president of their AI production like set.
Of course it is.
So they've come out saying that they're gonna try to go back to the way that games used to be, you know, bringing back old IPs and stuff like that, pre-existing stuff.
And yet they're pulling in their previous AI tech.
Yeah, so obviously they released the mumbo jumbo spiel of like all things are gonna be made by humans. We're not gonna just shovel out AI slop to people. All that make it sound nice, but you're also the president of the AI like sect prior, so
yeah.
And she has like no gaming, like, and like no knowledge from like the gaming sphere itself.
Yeah, it's just the corporation side of it.
Yeah, so it's literally the end of Xbox at this point.
Well,
which it's interesting that it's going that way because so far as like I've been heard and everything is that this current or new generation of the console so far has been like predominantly Xbox leading.
Well, the new generation is going to be...
Well, not even new generation. It's the issue with the Xbox is they're not coming out with anything exclusive.
Well, I mean, nothing's really exclusive anymore is the big thing. Like, there's a couple things that are, but for a majority of it, anybody that claims exclusive just starts going over to PC or Steam because they get the releases eventually.
Well, nothing can be exclusive anymore because they released the Valve box.
Well, I mean, that too.
Yeah, but I mean, the catalog that Xbox has that they've like actively using versus what PlayStation's using versus like Nintendo, like it pales in comparison. Yeah. And then the stuff that they are releasing for it, you can just get for the other systems as is. So,
well,
unless it's purely a loyalty thing, they're losing.
That's why I'm excited for the Valve box, because you can do whatever you want with that.
I'm excited for it, but I'm not excited for whatever that price tag is.
I think it's going to be around 7 to 8. But-
think,
I
yeah.
saw in the 4 digits.
Yeah, but, well, how much?
Like 4
In the
digits,
4 digits, it's
1,000
like
plus.
1,000
That's
or more.
I've seen the specs on the unit. It's not. It's slower than an Xbox One or PlayStation 5. One of them.
I
Yeah,
said,
the
unless the
Steam
only thing
machine.
they're trying to sell it with is that Steam Marketplace name, because that gives you all rights to games.
Now are they probably
Even
gonna have
then, that
They're probably gonna have multiple generations, like not generations, but they're gonna have kind of like when you buy an iPhone, you could up the storage and that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, they're
but,
coming out with a 512 gigabyte and a 2 terabyte.
That is terrible.
They both come with an
Vastly
expandable
different.
storage via micro SD.
Personally, if you're selling a console today, you should sell at least with 1 terabyte. That's just me. Guys,
Well, we have so much.
Oh, yeah.
Everything takes up so much space nowadays. It's 1 terabyte should be the minimum.
I mean, if my phone can have a half a terabyte of storage, then why doesn't a console that uses full-fledged games have at least a terabyte?
Yep.
But I'm excited for it, though. I mean, I'm never going to buy one, but...
Oh yeah,
We all have computers.
I own a PC. What do I need the box for?
Maybe we'll get you one, Duncan. You can stream from it.
Y'all are so mean to me about that kind
No,
of stuff.
You need a unit.
My laptop works just fine.
How old is it?
Not for gaming.
No, but I'm also not a massive gamer. Like
Well,
you
well,
two.
I'm not even
I'll
talking about
play and I'll
gaming.
game.
I'm not even talking about gaming, but like for stuff like this, like yeah, your laptop does all right, but we gotta,
Yeah.
we want you to be comfortable in your setup.
I'm working just fine. It's fine.
We're just gonna fully
It'll
outfit.
event-
We're gonna fully outfit your
No, there's-
laptop, external camera, external
I say
microphone.
either soup
I
up
don't
your
eventually crap out. So
either soup up your setup or suit up your background. One of these things need to change.
there's nothing wrong with my background. It is a generic black curtain.
All right.
Hey,
Anyways,
you're in the corner with clothes on the bed. You don't get to look at me like that.
anyways, so,
Oh, yeah.
so Discord.
Dave's not getting away from that either.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I think that if Ross is
Your
kind of ragging
mustard
back and
yellow
forth-
wall.
Actually, it's
No,
orange.
okay, but so, like,
Under the
yours-
stairs.
Yours has the most professional background, but like your camera keeps going in and
Yeah,
out.
it's like,
I can't see your background even if it looks professional.
Yeah, it's
Your exposure
I
is
gotta
too
turn off
high.
The autofocus.
The
No,
exposure.
it's not my exposure. I have it set to vibrant, so the colors.
Oh, yeah. It's very You
It's just my autofocus keeps like.
you know
"Oh,
why
wait."
it's like that? It's not because you're moving. It's because your lamp in the back.
It's not my lamp. It's literally because I'm moving.
Stop breathing. We can see it autofocus. he's like, I'm stopping.
Just so pull freeze frame.
Thanks. Allie's like it's giving Harry Potter under the stairs. Thanks,
It
Allie.
really is. Like I'm waiting for Dudley to go running up next to him. We can hear him stomping up the.
Wow. Master has a sock.
Did you realize? I was gonna say, did you realize you were Harry?
I've been called him while I was growing up. It's really funny you guys say that.
Really?
Yeah.
Harry Potter out of everyone?
Well, that was the nice ones. Nowadays, it's other things that I can't say on live.
Nowadays, it's just racist cock.
Whoa, no. Ah! Half of them are.
Sexist?
What?
And that's
We
the
grow
other.
up and we just become even worse people.
That's what growing
Like,
up's all
This
about,
is a
right?
terrible nickname. This is gonna be even worse.
I'm gonna name my best friend this.
It'd be like
For the people actually listening, you would be astounded by the names that me and Duncan have in our phones. And
Listen,
Danny, probably.
I only give nicknames to people I care about on my phone, and that's like 6 people. None of them are appropriate, but they're hilarious.
You know, technically, you and me have the same name for each other in our phones. But yours is abbreviated. You have the full length. I have it shortened down.
Oh, is that what? So when you sent that message the other day, I thought that was you popping up. I didn't realize that was me popping up on your phone.
Exactly.
Because the Allie
Inception.
sent me, she was like, Duncan, who's BDD? And I was like, how do you know that? That's not my snap. Dave sent that snap. I was like, oh, well, it's this one. It's this one. This is Dave.
Oh, but you know what's funny is, and then for Danny, I have it full length, like you have it in your phone, because we're all D's.
That's freaking hilarious.
Oh man, but
Hi, Whiskey.
all right, so Discord. Duncan, I know you have no idea what the hell any of this nerd shit's about to go down, but I know at least
Not for this specific
at
one.
least Danny understands this. Danny,
Yeah.
how do you feel about this whole situation?
It's so dumb. Well, it's dumb for the reason they're implementing it, but it's not going to affect most of us.
It's not, but a lot of people everywhere are leaving Discord because of it.
Which is fair. The issue is, where are you going to go?
TeamSpeak.
So
I don't know
for
what the fuck that is.
So TeamSpeak is
uninformed one of the
yes.
party, what is happening?
Okay, so
They're...
so Discord is, I think, March 1st requiring face identification, like scanning,
Oh, yes.
and
you briefly told me about it.
and
Either that or like
ID.
an ID verification.
so now
Yeah.
that's a breach of privacy
But
requiring ID.
it's AI.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's AI scanning.
And not only that, they're using AI to go through all your chats. Doesn't matter how old it is. They're using
Well, yeah, because they're gonna age restrict anything that is like fits whatever their parameters for it are.
They're gonna see all
So
my nudes.
if you're like, yeah, if you're posting like hentai stuff like that in like channels and stuff like that, it's gonna be like, oh, this is age restricted. You can't see this until you.
Yeah.
verify
In general,
this.
most people already have their settings and stuff like that based on their channels for that. But it's like you said, it's adding an extra layer, which is going to lock you out at that point.
Yeah, but it's like it's the bots and stuff that are like locking people out of like chat rooms and stuff like that. It's not Discord specifically, and now Discord wants to take that role on.
Mm-hmm.
And like, sure, Discord's claiming that like none of it leaves your phone. It's seeing it and then it's immediately
so
deleting.
what I'm taking from it is basically that they're trying to self-monitor themselves using this new AI, and it's creating a lot of issues.
Yeah.
It's backfiring on them a lot because I think they lost about 75 of their user base already. 75%.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Because TeamSpeak has a 75% like rise. Well, not percent.
Well, that doesn't mean people are leaving this area. That just means that they might be.
It just means they're
preparing.
looking into
But
it. And, they're
so
getting into
so
it.
TeamSpeak, for since you guys don't know, is the Discord before Discord. It was, I used it in high school and everything. It was amazing. And now modern day TeamSpeak is not what it was. Like it's like essentially is a Discord modern day. And
Oh, here's some information real quick.
Yeah.
Discord is not rolling out the age verification globally on its platform next month.
oh, they canceled it.
It's delaying the
No, he said
launch
not
until the
globally.
second half of 2026.
Because of the backlash.
So
it got.
are they still doing it locally? Because you just specifically said globally on that.
Yeah, I'm imagining they're not rolling it out until the second half of 2026 because they
So
want.
basically, they're probably gonna do like small segments or something like that.
I don't know if they're going to though, because the
Well,
backlash.
see, they're holding off expansion until it adds more verification options, vendor transparency, and other.
Yeah. Now, what I was curious about, and we'll have to see when this actually happens, is if it will affect us. What I mean by that is if we can't do this. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Like coming on here and doing the camera, doing the session of us hanging out. Because if it requires me to verify with my ID, I'm not using Discord. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
That's my information, my privacy. Absolutely not. I don't believe in all that. Let alone, I do not like AI.
Okay, so the delay follows the backlash after Discord announced the plans to set the account into a teen-appropriate experience. Discord claims that the plan will only affect about 10% of accounts, as most don't interact with the age-restricted content.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to affect the majority that people think it will. It's just everyone's freaking out about it.
Yeah, no.
It's like anything else when you start adding more restrictions to anything. Unless people start seeing how it actually implements or affects them, nobody wants to deal with it.
It's the change. Like, nobody wants to go through the change, but like,
which is fair. You shouldn't have to for a free, program. I get it, but you shouldn't have to be requiring people to use their ID. That's
that's what I'm saying. They're not technically, because you don't have to put it in. You don't have to access those things.
Yes,
it's just if you want to access specific things.
Oh yeah,
it requires more information.
That's why I was.
It's not like everyone has to upload an image.
Like
or
what we're doing here probably is we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, this will be fine. It's specifically age restricted content.
Yeah, because Duncan does look 12.
He does love his Rule 34.
Ah.
Why are you talking to me about like that? You're the one that brought it up, which means you're the one that knows about it.
I don't know what
Not
Rule 34 is.
So yeah, like, it feels like a bunch of people freaking out for no reason.
I get that.
It's like you said. It's anytime you bring in a change to anything.
Yeah. If they were making it so it's like, okay, everyone has to upload their ID and stuff like that, it's like, okay, then why are we using this platform?
User base versus just restricting it to certain platforms and what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
But I mean, the other issue is like, what was it? YouTube was trying to do age verification. I mean, they're rolling out age verification like now.
What I'm curious about is they already have age verification. It's a Google account.
Yeah, but I mean, you can put whatever you want on a Google account.
Yeah.
It's not like you need a credit card and stuff like that, or like important information.
Well, no, but
like
you
that.
need an email, which you can't legally get an email without being 18, and they make you verify that. Just like when you sign up for a Google account, they make you verify that, so you can't verify it without having an email. And
I had an email when I was in like middle school.
You could have one, and we all lied about our age.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way to verify the age of someone with an email account.
Yeah.
And then all they have to do is say I'm 21. Like,
yeah.
I understand why they're trying to do the age verification thing. It's just I don't understand why it's happening so much in so many areas right now.
It's all about control, man.
Yeah, it's like, what are they controlling?
Your data, they're hurting us like sheep, dude.
I'm saying, like, what is getting blocked from like an age restriction?
Okay. I mean, on YouTube,
obviously, anything that's like labeled explicit.
Well, I mean, they have a YouTube
like
Kids, so I don't really understand. Like why they would do that.
That's what. Well, like I'm saying, like if something like if there's a lot of cussing or like.
Yeah, they have the warnings for like
stuff
not
like
for
that.
kids.
Yeah, they have explicit where you need to be 18 in order to view it and logged into your account.
Content, like people getting hurt or stuff like that.
So I guess for stuff like that, sure, but like again, that's a very niche community on YouTube.
Yeah.
Where most people who are posting videos of like substantial like views and stuff like that, they're not posting stuff like that.
No, yeah. Damn.
So it's another thing. It's like, sure, it's gonna block some videos, but like,
But like
Yeah, the
It feels
majority
like
won't
just
actually be
another
vested.
thing to upset people.
what makes no sense to me is if they're requiring that for YouTube, you know how many devices use YouTube and you don't have to sign in.
Well, yeah, but again, if you're not signed in, you're not going to see those videos anyway. So like,
What do you mean? If you're not signed into a YouTube, you can watch anything you want on YouTube unless you have to pay for it.
no. If
No,
it
it's still
specifically
content
says
restricted.
Oh,
you need to be 18,
Yeah, is that what they're doing?
it'll-
That's what they're
it'll
going to
tell
do?
you have to sign in. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, anything that's content restricted at all, you can't watch unless you're signed in.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
So at that point, what are they really stopping?
I mean, if people can watch people give live birth on YouTube, I'm pretty sure, you know.
See,
Yeah, but
and
they
stuff
label
like
that as
educational.
educational.
So that,
Yeah.
Which
that's
is
one of those
crazy.
weird ones anyways.
Which is crazy because it's crazy that they label childbirth educational, but not how to make a child.
It's
There's
generational.
there's a thin line.
Yes. I mean, you also had a lot of people that like comedians.
There's a
talk about
thin
that as
line
well.
also by the basis of like who's all involved in the process of what's going on. Like if you're at a hospital, there are doctors, there's like actual trained professionals dealing with the situation. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
just having sex is like who's gonna be there? A
Who's doing it?
therapist? Yeah, like
Oh. The therapist? Is that what you
Like
just
said,
said?
yeah, like a sex
Yeah,
therapist. Like there would have to be a
That's
professional
not
of
what I
some
thought,
degree for
but-
like.
Yeah, there'd have to be some sort of like degree or schooling or something behind it to show that it's truly educationally purposed.
I've been watching how to do this for years.
Well, see, okay, that's but I feel like that also falls in the other weird spectrum of like, if you're marked as like being 18 and over, right?
Hmm.
Should you have access to like purely children-based like shows?
Well,
Well,
yes,
see, a lot of
yes.
stuff with that, it's also a thin line because with that, like with parents play a lot of YouTube Kids and videos and stuff.
Exactly.
For their kids. So
But
if
yeah,
if you
it's,
try to
at that point, it
restrict
shouldn't be
content for one side or
comments.
the other.
There should be a restriction on like comments and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely. If these
Yeah.
like on YouTube Kids, there shouldn't be any comments. There should,
Yeah,
should just
but
be
I
education.
mean, I don't know what YouTube Kids look like, but like,
So it's
if
literally
there's a comment section on stuff like that.
it's literally just a YouTube, but strictly kids and well, not.
I mean,
Strictly,
I know
you
what's
what I mean.
on there. I'm saying, but I've never like clicked on it to like
Oh yeah.
actually fully inspect. I'm thinking, but if there's like a comment section for like the kids and stuff to like interact with the content creator and stuff like that, that's literally just a Minecraft, you know?
Yeah. Look at Roblox now. They're protecting pedophiles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is there a point where the age verification goes so far that it cuts off a certain
I'm sure.
like, age range of videos?
I'm sure.
I imagine a lot of it's also based on the content of the video itself. That's the big factor.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
If it's
There's a lot of weird nuances that stuff like this brings up into question.
Well, yeah, because a lot of stuff falls under odd lines.
Yeah. And it also gets to the point, it's like, if you meet with, like, the wrong, like, YouTube moderator, the wrong Discord representative, something like that, well, they're just like, I don't care, you're age restricted. Like,
well, that's why now everything Discord's with all the AI stuff, so you don't have to have a moderator.
yeah, but, I mean, AI is not reliable.
You're right. You're right.
That's why it's artificial.
It's scary that, AI is being pushed when you should... Listen, if you want AI, by all means, you should be able to use it. But you don't push it on us. Just like certain politics, do not push certain things.
AI should be used for entertainment at best. It shouldn't be used to decide basically a person's way of doing something.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like being used to say whether or not you look like you are an age that can do something.
Yeah. Again,
that's the hard part of it too.
Yeah. What really aggravates me about this whole AI thing is the whole RAM shortage. They require so much RAM, and it drives the prices up of everything. Even power supplies drives the prices up of everything. Everything. Like RAM, I think a stick of RAM that was, say, $30 is now $175. Why the fuck is that?
It's supply and
More
demand.
processing.
It's not even about
Yeah.
supply and demand. That's a jump.
Well, yeah.
They require. Well, yeah, supply and
It's
demand.
because
is
they're
supply and
buying
demand, but
up. They bought up all the cheap, and now they're running lower on stock of what they have, and now they're requiring more to get it out.
They're taking
Like-
all the RAM, and it's scary because
Yeah,
now
They're
people that
like, we know people are going to need it, so we can jack the price to whatever we want. You're still
Yep.
going to buy it because you want it.
Yep. And now you got people on Facebook Marketplace saying, "Oh my God, I'm going to sell my RAM," and they're selling it for
It's literally it's also the scalper like mentality.
Mhm.
Like when
Mhm.
they give with like Pokemon cards, Magic cards, anything that has
Absolutely.
like becomes a substantial value, they buy up everything and then they jack the price even higher so they can go buy double their money
Yeah,
and buy twice as much.
you're absolutely right.
It's no different than when freaking you had all those people that stockpiled freaking
Toilet paper and laundry
during the
detergent.
pandemic.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, that was great.
that was so stupid. It was the dumbest thing ever.
It was so dumb, but it worked.
It's the panic mentality. People panic and they're like, I still have to get it.
But you
anyway,
know
so you go
what's
to the
crazy? It's not even the
closest place.
It's not 100% the people's fault though. It's because our governments make us freaking panic. It's about it. They want us to be afraid and buy everything up because it makes money. That's all it is. You didn't need to go and panic and buy all that stuff during the pandemic. No, you didn't need to. Like, it's all about control, man. And I it's funny that I say that is when I was younger, I always looked at people like hippies like that. Like, oh, you're just a hippie. No. Now, it's like, we're older, we open our eyes up, and it's like, they're fucking right. They're just controlling us and everything. One of my favorite quotes. What if the air we breathe is poisoned and we're not seeing the real world, but when we're on drugs, we see the real world?
That's an interesting take on that one.
I'm gonna argue that the logic of multiple different drugs that have different effects cannot show the same reality.
It was just an example, but
He's still, I'm just saying, like, if I'm on heroin and buddy's on cocaine, we're not seeing the same thing.
be kind of funny if you did.
It's a concept that is
One of
not
us is just seeing it
unfamiliar,
really
like
fast, the other one's seeing it really slow.
Yeah, they've done that in a lot of medias and portrayals and stuff like that too. Though, like there was one movie where they see all the advertisements and everything like that. They put on a pair of freaking glasses and it's just a blank advertisement. People are aliens and shit like that. Like it's
Well, I mean,
it's all about reality, what you see versus perceived.
Yeah, there's Free Guy, which has like a weird variant of that, where it's like if you're wearing the player glasses, you see the game as is versus taking off to seeing the real world for him.
Mhm.
And then what was that? Happy. It was a game that came out where you basically, if you're taking your medicine in the game like you're supposed to, the world is all happy, smiles, sunshine, rainbows. The moment you stop taking it, you start seeing the dark undertow.
The real world.
Frick it's called. Yeah. The hell was that game called?
Yeah, there's
like
multiple
Happy
concepts
Pills?
and media portrayals and very such sundry things of the same line.
It
They've
was
been
not
warning
Happy
us for
Pills,
years.
this was-
I love how we go from Discord to to conspiracy theory politics.
I said we went down the road so quick of just.
I love
different
this.
things.
I love when we do this because it's so fun.
It's because there's.
It's called We Happy For You.
Okay.
Oh yes, I remember hearing about that. Yeah. It was 2018, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was sort of around there.
Hmm.
But like it's very much like we're seeing what the government wants you to see, and as long as you do as they say, you're gonna see exactly what you want to see.
Yep. You know what the government is like. Why the government is a thing, right?
Because we created it.
The general population hires the government to work. They work for us, not we have to work for them. Just like the IRS. The IRS is not a requirement. You're not technically you're not bound to pay taxes.
You go to jail
Goes
if you don't.
Exactly.
It goes
That's
off the logic
caveat.
of if we didn't have the structure of government and society, we would be monsters.
I'm not saying like all of the government is bad. I'm just saying 95% is shit.
The problem with how it's become is that the original policies and procedures that were intended to help and protect us have become twisted and modified to fit the modern world, which no longer benefits the general common populace.
Yeah.
I agree but disagree at the same time.
It's one of those things where, like, the Constitution, it needed update. Like, it needed caveats, stuff. It needed revision. Where, I mean, we hold it so hard and steady to, like, the words it says.
Yes. A lot of issues that you would see as well is, like, there shouldn't be... If right now I'm fired from my job, if I quit my job, I stop getting paid. The second I'm no longer working, I don't get paid. You have people that have been retired from a position but still get a paid salary from their position until the day they die.
You should be getting welfare, though. Welfare for a couple months.
Not the point I'm making.
I get what you're saying.
Like
the
there
job
are ways
itself
to
no
do
longer
it.
pays you, but like Congress or the government and stuff like that, people that have been retired from their positions,
severance.
Yeah, hold on.
But are still considered part of it, get an annual salary of way too fucking much.
Oh yeah, I mean,
no longer working.
Presidents are a good example of that, right? Like you become president, you retire immediately after.
Well, but at the same time, you're also still a president for life. You still have all the services and benefits that come.
That's what I'm saying. Like
you're just no longer div.
You're no longer commander in chief at that point, but like you still get all the luxuries basically you got as president, just no longer making the important decisions.
Mm-hmm. We created that position ourselves.
Oh yeah, but like I'm saying, like if we didn't have that, like I was reading some like Instagram thing. It was like from 1970 something. A woman like put a bunch of like tools and stuff out and said for the next 6 hours you can do anything you want to my body. Like she had like roses, feathers, like normal stuff, and then it went to like extreme stuff like knives. She had a gun with bullets. Like, and at the beginning of her like experiment, right, people were just like tickling her, like giving her the rose. They were being gentle, but the moment the idea that consequences, yeah, the moment consequences are no longer a possibility, humanity will do heinous shit.
Yes.
Like the moment like the government stops like enforcing like stuff,
There's the reason we make movies. Purge.
Yeah, we go
I guarantee you. But I feel like part of that internal self-destruction is that we created it as well. Is that on a general spectrum, yes, society still had its own, for lack of better term, sociological rules and regulations. Like we self-regulated ourselves.
Well, yeah, like we know stealing is bad. We know killing is bad. Like we're not actively just doing that in the streets, but there are people who do.
That got created, yes, is that you're creating situations where the person that should be able to protect and take care of themselves from the situation that they don't want to be in are unprotected, and the people that are going to do it anyways have more access than they ever have.
Yeah, it's very much just like you can ban guns. The bad people will still find a way to get a gun.
Right. That was I can't remember what country it was. They did something. It was like it was either a knife or firearm collection. It was a collection box, and they were like, just donate this, donate that, and get it all these things off the street.
California does it all the time.
Right, the criminal just broke into the box and took all of them. Like the people that are gonna do the heinous.
Well, no,
things are going
that's
to do
not
them
even the worst part. Like
anyways.
the criminals and stuff will donate the guns. They'll get whatever the benefit is that they're getting out, and then they'll still get another gun. Like,
Yep, that as well.
and then the corruption that's just built into any system that we make, whether it be police, government, anything like that, the you might collect all that stuff. That stuff's just gonna go out anyway.
We lost Dave. Dave's all quiet. Good old phone call for Dave.
He's meditating on the
Freaking just pulling out the old. But no, it's like I said, it all circles back to what you were originally talking to with the Discord and all that is creating options of regulations that people don't agree with. It purposely creates, for lack of better terms, and to turn on itself, it creates discord. Is people fight amongst themselves because you try to change something which has already been an established rule for a long time, and it creates conflict and strife amongst people that believed in a trusted platform, and then you have the people that go looking for other options, and then you have the ones that just want to fight.
Yeah. But the question is, what is this hiding? Right? Like anytime a big thing like this comes out, it means something else is happening in the background that we're getting distracted from, right?
I mean, you're not
Epstein's
entirely
list.
wrong.
Epstein's list is a big one. They keep trying to sweep that under the rug. They come out with new things and they're like, "Oh, here you go." So like what is the thing that this is going to like try to cover?
It, like a lot of that, as well as you've already said, is that the underbelly or the darkness will always be there no matter what. It's about what they're trying to use it to cover it up for.
Yeah.
Man, we gotta go back to the Crusades. I want to do medieval times sword fighting.
You know why we don't do that anymore? Like realistically?
Because it makes no sense.
Not even that. It's the distance.
Yeah.
Like the only people we're logically fighting in a crusade right now is Canada and Mexico.
Yeah.
I think in terms of if you want to go that way and say foreign enemies, yeah, but the major conflict we're having is it's internal. We are our own issue. That's the biggest problem right
if
now.
a civil war broke out, like
well, there's reasons for that, Duncan.
It's not going to be good.
They want us to be like that. The high elites, like the Rockefellers and all them, they want us to have a divide. They created. Okay, here's where we get into to stuff that I like to talk about. They created the divide. You got
real quick. Remember when we were discussing this podcast? We were like, politics should not be a part of it.
Well, this isn't politics. Technically, this isn't politics.
We just talked about government.
It's classified as conspiracy theories.
All right.
Okay. So they created the divide. Like, I'll give a great example. This is just an example. Black versus white. They want us divided.
That's a crazy one. I thought you were going to make Republicans versus Democrats.
No.
Well, no, because I mean, technically, with the government like first formed and stuff like that, there wasn't a Democrat-Republican system. It was Americans voting for Americans.
Well, nowadays,
whoever was the most American got the position. Like,
they want us all to be in the divide. They created cell phones that, let's face it, we have laptops in our pockets that are dividing us all and running our fucking lives. You want to tell me how many times a day do you check your cell phone? If you had to count, you know what? Let me rephrase that. In a half hour, how many times do you check your phone or use your phone?
Am I working?
No.
Oh, like on a daily? I mean, I'm just watching my phone. So like,
Okay,
it's a
so you're on
constant
it for a good
stare.
10 to 15 hours a day.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, what about you, Duncan?
I'd say more like 5 to 6.
Okay, now if I were to take your phones and say go fuck yourself and throw them away, could you live without them? Putting
Yeah, I have
work
a
putting work to the
PC.
side.
I have a PC,
Absolutely.
gaming consoles, and TV.
Okay, I'm saying like your general everyday. Could you live without that phone?
So reverse that
Probably.
question for him and say take out the internet, because that's the big thing. If you want to
Okay,
say
yeah.
that.
If the argument is like remove
I
the
agree.
internet or
I agree.
remove like social media,
But they created these phones to not sort of divide us, but it's more like to control us. Like look at Apple.
Distractions. Everything is a distraction.
Apple was
yeah,
smart with
everything's a
how they
look
did
over
it.
here, not over there.
Apple was smart with how they did it, but I, I'm not a fan of it. The whole Apple ecosystem. You get one, you gotta get them all. iPad,
Well, I mean,
iWatch,
when they
AirPods.
first rolled it out, they're like, "Hey, everyone likes the iPod. It's a music device. What if your music device also did phone calls?" And then that came out, and then like, "Yo, we figured out how to condense the internet to give it to you faster
So,
and carry around in your
so
pocket
it's
with your
really
music."
I think a lot of that is just also how they advertise it, and it's it's about the whole like building company trust type thing, because it also depends on the person and who they're looking for and what they're doing. Like for me personally, I only have a phone. I don't have anything else Apple. I don't go anything into their system or streamer community or anything like
oh,
that.
see, I do.
No,
I was
because
like, "Yeah,
it's
I
stuff
have
like that.
a Samsung.
It's
I have a phone. Like, I don't have tablets. I have a
no,
Kindle, but I didn't buy it. Like, it was a prize for something."
Now I want to open your eyes to this, and this is the first time I'll ever say this to anyone. Really, think of the Apple ecosystem as communism. It's all the same, but then you look at every other Android device, and it's not.
What do you mean?
they
I'm not
use
an
very
Apple guy, so
similar.
I don't
So,
really know what you're talking
okay. So Apple devices. Say you have like I have an iPhone, I have an iPad, I have a watch, and I have a MacBook. They're
about.
all
Okay.
connected. They're all the same, no whether you want them to or not.
What do you mean the
Yeah, they
same?
can all function in the exact same.
They have
purpose.
like same messages. They all look the same. They all freaking function. They're all synced.
They're uniform.
They're all synced. Versus
Okay.
Samsung versus like LG or whatever brand, they're all different. And you
They have
have
different
control over your
versions of
system, your
it.
settings, what your phone can and can't do.
Oh yeah, like, well, I mean that's kind of one of Samsung's selling points. They're like, you have complete control over this.
But
Do what you will.
yeah,
Break it if you want.
I feel like that also comes down to things like that as well, is people that are technologically more advanced versus not advanced, and if you want to
Well,
be
yeah,
able
if
to
you're tech
control
savvy.
settings like that.
now Samsung, I like them, but that's not a good example because Samsung locks down their products. If you and I'll
Well, I'm
explain.
saying Android in particular because
Yeah.
all Samsung devices.
Base
are
Android is amazing. Like the next, do you remember the Nexus phones?
Yeah.
And now they're Pixels, but they were amazing phones. Base Android, no bloatware, none of that extra bullshit. They were amazing.
Oh yeah.
But I feel even Android's going to shit. They're all turning the same.
Well,
I mean,
anymore,
if
nothing lasts more than freaking at most 5 years. It's
I would say
become
Oh, I meant like the
obsolete.
10 years
software.
is kind of where the limit is. Like anything past the 10 years,
Yeah.
it's history at that point.
So
I wouldn't even give it 10 years anymore. Is we're creating things that are purposely designed to fail on itself.
now, did
Well,
you?
yeah, but they're also doing it where it's not improving; it's just continuing. Like
Yeah.
there is nothing that an iPhone. What are you on? Like 17, 18?
They're on
Well,
like 20 or something.
yeah,
Aren't they?
17.
Well, yeah. So like, there's nothing the 16 can like isn't able to do that the 17 can. That like
I would
benefits your
I would
life
say
in a
even more
wider
than
range.
that
Well, yeah, but I'm
is
saying like my S23 isn't going to be completely blown out of the water by a 25, except by maybe the camera, and that's a couple pixels.
Well, and again, a lot of it, if you're just using it for your standard functions, is I would argue further back than that, like at least 4 or 5 models. I'd say there's nothing that the 12 or 13 can't do aside from, like you said, a couple camera aspects and stuff like that the new ones can't.
Yeah, I mean, there's also like there's a processor difference of like how reactive like the system is to you and whatnot.
Right.
But I'm
Again,
like,
that's just like you said, keeping it going forward, not advancing by
yeah,
any leaps and
that's just a
bounds like it
preference thing.
was.
Like it's the old phones are still doing exactly what you need them to do.
Yeah.
It's just nowadays they're selling like, oh, the new model has the AI feature or has like a dedicated AI built into your phone. Like that, I think that was like the big sell for like I want to say the 25 because they're like Gemini pre-installed, fully functional assistant. It's like that's cool, but like I don't want that.
Did you know that Google? Do you remember Google voice assistant is now dead? They got rid
Yeah,
of it.
that's because Gemini came out.
And it's crazy because I saw a comparison video. Google Gemini by Marcus Brown actually. He did Google Voice Assistant versus Gemini. He's like, something about a restaurant, and the Google Voice Assistant gave all all like the information and directions to it, and Gemini didn't really know what the fuck to do.
Well, yeah, that's because Gemini is like, here's I looked at a bunch of things. Here's a summarized version of everything I saw. Where Google Assistant was like, here's the most active website and the information it gives.
Google Assistant was great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like Bixby and stuff like that. Like, it was Samsung's flagship.
I never liked it. I'm gonna be real with you.
I did not like Bixby. Like, I swapped her out immediately.
The problem is though, is like the longer we allow it to continue to grow, it's anything else. It's you're going to get familiar with it, and then it is going to eventually get to a point where it becomes part of the daily necessity where you can't get rid of it.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Well, have you seen Alexa's like 2.0 thing that's like coming out?
No.
Oh, you have an Alexa. What are you talking
No.
about? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So, they're coming out with like a 2.0, where instead of like the normal kind of robotic voice that it gives, where it's like very enunciating words, it's coming out with 2.0, which is the AI like build version.
I'm good on that one.
So it's more it's more tonal talking. It understands
so it's supposed to be
and like
reactive.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the future. But like again, why would I pay for that upgrade when
something you already
Echo
have is
Dot
good.
3 is doing everything that's doing?
You know what's funny is my iPhone. I don't know. They're Apple's AI. They have essentially it's like the upgraded version of Siri, right? And it's called Apple Intelligence. I turned it off immediately once I updated.
Well, hold up. It's called Apple Intelligence?
Yes.
It's called AI?
Yeah. Look it up.
That's the most... Oh, no, I believe you. That's the most on-the-nose bullshit I've ever heard.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's kind of smooth. The company's name is Apple.
I mean, I guess, but... Be original or something. I don't know.
I know. But I turned it off instantly.
Like I said, even Samsung tried something with Bixby. Like, it was at least something.
You know what I find AI to be good for is Samsung uses it a lot. So you know how Samsung can do 100 times zoom on their cameras?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know that when it zooms all the way in, that's not the camera, that's the AI auto enhancing the pixelation.
I mean, probably, but like
it essentially. Okay, great example. If you go on YouTube and you look up somebody using an S24 or an S25 and they zoom into the moon all the way, you'll see how it goes from blurry to clear. AI is automatically filling in what it thinks it is. Oh, yeah,
but that's happening after the photo is taken. Because my S23 Ultra does the same thing. Like when I went on that seal walk with Allie, like it takes the photo, it sits there for a moment as it clears up the like imperfections of like
Yeah, it's
the
encapsulating everything.
the obscene zoom that you have going on. It's like, okay, how can we fill in to make this look
So your phone,
like whatever it's supposed
your
to be?
phone, you have to wait till you take a photo. Modern ones, well, not even modern, but the new ones don't have to do that. You could be in the camera. Oh wow!
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's nothing except speed that you are getting from any upgrade
Mm-hmm.
until the phone becomes obsolete.
Absolutely. It's insane.
Like we were saying, like the S9 still runs fine. It's just slower.
So you know what's really funny is that we're talking about this is Apple, and I'm not trying to give them credit, but I am at the same time. Apple was the first ones to make it where their support for phones, other like manufacturers, stayed longer. If you look so great example, the iPhone 10 that came out, oh god, 7 years ago, it was still supported up until last year. Samsung and every other, well, mostly Samsung and Google, they only support their phones now up until 5 years for software updates, if you can get that. Most phone companies for Androids, which I hate, only supports their phones for 2 to 3 years, if that.
I feel like a lot of that as well is though how long the company's been established.
Well,
and
I don't
how
know about
long
that.
Can
Because
give
we're on
availability to
S25 and my parents are still on S21s. Like, they still get regular updates and stuff.
Okay, so there's difference between regular updates and current software versions. Current software.
No, they're like on current software. They're up to the same thing as mine.
What do they have? The 21s?
Yeah.
Yeah, within 5 years.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so at that point, the next one that comes out would be, 26. But when did the 21 come out?
I'm not sure.
Good question.
It came out January 14th, 2021.
Yeah, so
within
5 years. But
So yeah.
So the good thing about Androids, it's really the same with iPhones, sort of. But when that phone is, say, they're not giving updates anymore, you'll still get app updates, but for a certain amount of time. Because they just like when a video game console comes out, the old console stops getting supported.
Well, it goes on for a little while.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But
Because, 3DS just lost support last year?
Did it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The 3DS store.
Oh, I remember that. Yes.
Because it was a big thing. It closed March 27th, 2023.
People were not happy about that.
Yeah, it went crazy.
I love how I love how you say last year and it's coming up on 3 years.
Yeah, but it has been the most recent one to close.
Of course.
Even compared to because Wii U also closed at the same time, but people played 3DS more than they played.
Now here's my question to you, since you're a Nintendo fan. When do you think they're gonna drop support for the first Switch?
Oh, they're not. It's gonna be after the Switch. The Switch itself becomes the past. Because we have the Switch 2 that came out, right? Mm-hmm. Wii and Wii U were the two consoles that came out.
When did when did the Switch come out? 2013 or 2020? I don't remember. No, it gotta be 2017 then. There's no way it was 2020.
The original Switch came out March 3rd, 2017.
Okay. So
with the but the OLED came out in 2021.
Yeah, but it still runs. Okay, so the OLED, yes, it has a better screen and it's bigger, but they kept the same internals from the Switch version 2 to the Switch OLED.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying they came out the original one came out in 2017, the Lite came out in 2019,
yeah,
and then the OLED came out in 2021. The Switch console continued to release versions of it.
Of course.
And then the Switch 2, which is just another Switch with just updated like processors and whatnot.
Yeah, but
It's just the Wii continued on for, I think the Wii what came out in 07?
Oh god, yeah, the Wii was so popular.
Yeah, the Wii came out in 06 of November, right? And then the Wii U came out in 2012.
That was the worst console.
So
ever
literally
made.
6 years later. Well, I mean, still 6 years later, and the Wii was still outperformed or like outselling
No, yeah.
in usage than the Wii U.
What I'm concerned
And
about
then
with the Switch though is it came out in 17. Game support is not going to be there because just for the sole fact of processing power.
yeah, I mean, the issue with that is it same as like when the PlayStation 5 first came out. Like for the first 2 years, everything came out as like, oh, there's the PS4 version, and then there's the PS5 version, which is better graphics, everything's better on it. But you can still buy the PS4 version.
It's funny because
where they've officially stopped doing that.
So PS4, it's been out of production for a while now, right? There was just a brand new game that got released that still supports the PS4.
PS4 came out in 2013.
Yeah, just like the Xbox One. Now, that console is 13 years old, keep in mind, and it's still getting a brand new game. That's insane.
Well, but again, I mean, that's just thinking about, like...
It's still aiming at the new system, it's still aiming at the PS5, but it's still backwards supportable.
Now,
yeah, it's because you can lower the graphics. I mean, every game doesn't have to come out requiring a 4090 fucking Ti with i11 processor.
No,
right?
yeah.
Like, it doesn't need that. You can program your game to require that. Yeah, you can require your system, your game or whatnot to require that, but you can dumb it down.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy.
And that's all the new games are doing. They're just like, okay, this is the intended specs and look we went for, but we understand that people aren't just going out spending $500 on a new console.
Every 5 years.
Here's the one that works for your system.
It's crazy because I have a newer Xbox, like a newer Xbox One, and I have the original Xbox One. I keep the original in my living room, tucked behind the TV, whatever. I can still play like 90% of the games nowadays on that. Like I said, I play Fortnite and Apex on that stuff, but like the new games like that require that horsepower, I can't go on that. Hell, even Fortnite, it struggles. Yeah, and it's these consoles lived a long life, 13 years for these. Actually, I think it's the Xbox One and the PS4 are probably some of the longest standing consoles to ever like be out that are still supported. Like I know the PlayStation 2 was the biggest seller, but the support for that stopped after a while.
Yeah.
But
it's because when you can no longer produce it to a comparable rate of availability for who's purchasing product, it runs out on itself.
Okay, so here's the example, right? The Wii came out in 06.
Okay.
The Wii support, like the Wii shop channel and everything, shut down in 2019.
Wow. So 13 years.
It went on for... Yeah. Is it 13 years?
19 minus 6, yeah.
Okay, either way. 13 years, right? The Switch came out in, what did I say?
2017.
We're looking at 13 years before the Switch gets obsolete at that point. If it follows suit of what its most sold system did.
It's crazy because it already feels outdated. And I don't even listen. I have a Switch. I have the version 2, so it's the slightly faster model. It's slow as shit.
You have an OLED and it runs beautifully. Like I don't have loading issues with it. At least not for like the games I buy. But I'm also typically just downloading it.
I mean,
versus getting,
in
like, the
all
actual game
fairness,
cartridge.
though, which is concerning is I find games, and oh my god, don't even get me started on downloading updates. That takes fucking forever. But
Oh yeah, but I
Updates
mean
are-
that happens with coming out with incomplete games essentially.
like Nintendo games
Yeah.
run very like, they run good because they don't require a lot of horsepower.
It's also if you're buying Nintendo official Nintendo games
Yeah.
versus buying a third-party game on a Nintendo system. Nintendo is very much this system should be used for our games.
Yep, with the
If
Switch
you're buying a
2, that's a
third-party
big
game
deal.
to run on it, it's just not built.
People were very upset with that when the Switch 2 came out, and they were like, "We will brick your device if you do anything."
Oh yeah, I mean people were getting it, opening it on day one, and it was immediately getting bricked.
Which I understand Nintendo, but if I'm gonna spend fucking $500 to $700 on a device, it's mine, not yours.
Well, I mean that's pretty much
I agree.
any major system nowadays.
But
It's like
it's
even
sad.
Steam,
Well,
right? If your Steam account gets lost, you like looking at my Steam catalog. I've spent hundreds,
oh yeah,
right, on like games and shit. If they decide one day that they're just gonna ban my account for whatever reason, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars people lose because you don't own that game.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
a major corporation loss for them.
Well, it's not even them because you're gonna want a Steam account. You're gonna make another one. You're gonna buy the games that you specifically want again, and they're just
Yes.
gonna double the profit on that.
well, haven't you noticed that now everything's free? Most games are free now with added DLC. Like a lot of AAA shooters are free.
Well, yeah, but they also make their money on microtransactions.
Correct.
Like
It's the
any
concept
battle
of-
royale or like 3v3 match kind of games, it's like
Yeah.
Well,
absolutely,
it's the
but there's a
concept of
million
anything now. It's
skins
out
that you
of
have to
sight, out of mind.
Absolutely.
Well, because again, it's out of sight, out of mind. So instead of giving you the big purchase price of, oh, hey, this is going to cost you 60, 80, $100 up front, they're like, oh, yeah, the game's free. Just spend $1 here, spend $1 there. And the more you play, you end up paying more than the game itself is essentially worth for all the things that you want to add to it.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, it's very much it falls into the like the process of like almost FOMO, where it's like, oh, that's a cool looking gun. I have a base skin model. I don't feel as cool, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
go spend $10 to roll for an item box to
I
try
was
to get
going more
something
with
cool.
the nickel and dime aspect of it, but still 100%.
I feel like that's more
yes.
mobile games trying to go nickel and dimes because most computer games are like $5 is like the cheapest you can spend.
Again, that's still though it's the out of sight, out of mind. You're like, oh, $5, yeah, that's just
But
Well,
it's,
yeah,
it adds up.
shop or
there-
something like that. It's the add up mentality of it.
Yeah, Pete came out with they had a TikTok where they were like why they decided like $8 for their game, and they were like, yeah, people see $8 and they're gonna be like, oh, that's basically $5, right? You see anything that's like below $5, if it's $1 or $2, you're like, oh, that's closer to $1. But anything that approaches $5, you're like, that's $5. If you see it at
feel like-
$6, you're like, that's just $5. The
I feel like a
moment
lot
it
of
gets
that
to
as well is
9,
those smaller denominations and stuff like that as well. It's also more common for people to be like, oh, that looks interesting. I might play it eventually. They buy it, but then it just sits in their account. They never touch it.
Yeah.
well, I mean, there's
They're
that.
still making money on it, but it never gets played.
The Lethal Clone like games that came out, right, for like Lethal Company, like a lot of games were like, oh, we'll follow that, where it's just running, grabbing loot, coming back. You get a certain amount of
Yeah.
days, you have to drop off, you do it again, right? Hundreds of games have done that now by this point. It's just
Yes.
the niche of what their version gives you.
Yeah.
And you're gonna buy it, you're gonna play it with your friends, it's gonna be big for a little bit, and the next one will come out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
So, I mean, it works, and they're all selling for like anywhere from like $5 to $15. So it's one of those things like that's not a lot of money. fundamentally.
Dude, if
for
you're
a
finding
game.
games for $5 to $15, that's amazing. Most games nowadays are 60 to 100. Look at
Well,
GTA.
no, okay, but you're talking
for large
AAA.
titles. Yep.
You're talking AAA. I'm talking 4-player multiplayer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the
indie
small
Game
games.
studios.
jamborees. Like Peak is a good example. It's an $8 game. Lethal when it came out, it was like 15.
Yeah.
Like games like that, they sell for cheap because they're copy pasted so much.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be big for a little bit. Then the next version of that game's gonna come out, and then you're gonna buy that because it's also like $15. By the time
Yeah.
you're done, you're looking at like 10 titles for that. You paid like $15 a piece. You put $150 into a game model.
And that's not including, all the other shit.
Yeah. So it's the small numbers that don't look big until you look at it like outside of it.
Yeah, the ones that are adding up.
Yeah. Like it's very much like the first time you buy something in like a gacha game or something like that, you're like, oh, I'll spend $5 to get like whatever the in-game currency is to go
Yeah.
spend it to get some cool shit, right? And then it's like, okay, what's $5? What's another $5?
Yeah.
I mean, I spent $5. I can do the $10 one and get the special bonus with that. And it's the gradual increase as you feel less ashamed of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what like Call of Duty, like Warzone and stuff like that run off of. It's like it's a free game, go play it. But you're eventually gonna get to the point where you're like, all right, I just sunk $40 into the game because I wanted a cool looking gun.
Yeah.
And then the next cool looking gun's gonna come out here and be like, well, I want that too.
I mean, that's for the majority of the reasons why I stay away from a lot of those anymore.
I just don't spend
Mine's
money.
more I don't like this game.
Well, yeah, because the communities and the gameplay just gets repetitive and toxic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's crazy. We go from Discord to conspiracy theories to video game consoles.
We don't.
Yeah, we
have
literally
the
went
same
from-
thought.
Discord to government conspiracy theories.
I love conspiracy
Then to
theories.
consoles.
I love that.
Oh yeah, I feel like one of these episodes it needs to be each of us finds one conspiracy theory to just give a presentation on.
I call Stranger Things.
I don't even want to know, Dave. I don't. Even
Well, that's based off of.
Conspiracy theories?
Stranger Things. The whole show is based off of Montauk, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, I
they-
guess if you want to consider that a conspiracy theory, sure.
All right.
Don't get him started. Don't get him started.
Anyway.
We have an episode to plan for.
Anyway.
you can give your 15-minute presentation on that episode.
All right.
The rest of the remaining hour will be 2 hours. It'll be just Dave talking about his theory.
Yeah.
Well, if that's said, so I don't go off. It's been like well over an hour, guys. Do you want to keep going, or do you want to?
I think we're at a good spot to cut it off. I'm getting pretty tired.
We can do conspiracy theories next week.
I'm exhausted. Oh yeah, like I said, each of us needs one conspiracy theory. We'll get a 15-minute block to talk about it.
Bush did 9/11.
You need to keep it in the 15 minutes. If we want to do like presentations, we can like pull up.
We'll have a
extra
timer for
thing.
15 minutes.
It's gonna go off. Dave's like, I'm not done. I'm not done with
Yeah,
you.
you're done.
Time extension. Time extension. You interrupted me. I get an extra 5 minutes.
Yeah, you asked the question. You pause it every time someone talks. No, I'm getting my full 15.
I get this extra 37 seconds that you talked over me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Shut up and you listen.
We're terrible. We're terrible.
Oh, next week's gonna be so we're all gonna have to find a conspiracy theory now. Doesn't matter how bad it is.
Man.
Doesn't matter how bad.
Hey, you want to talk
Oh,
about the
yeah,
largest
I'm
one of
gonna-
all? Friggin' time travel.
Hey, it's real.
Listen, no, you know why it's not real? Stephen Hawking held a party, told no one And then he was like, "Oh, I held a party for time travelers and no one showed up."
See, the problem with there's so many different things that go into that as well, which we can save for next episode as well.
I
And
was
it's a
just about
horrible
to say.
mentality to also look at it, but it's like it's the mentality people take
Thank
of,
you,
well,
Allie.
if it ever was created,
Allie.
I've done something terrible enough for the future to come back and be like, don't do that, stop.
Oh my god.
That's fair. Which, in retrospect, is crazy because we've gone through 2 world wars, and no one was like, maybe we should stop this.
Nah,
But
we're fine.
we haven't gone through a third yet, and that could be the act of a time traveler.
Listen,
See, that bleeds into so many other things about loops and contingencies.
Time travel
and
is
other
real.
Spectrum stuff that
it's real. The Mandela effects.
The Mandela effect is just the cerebral agreeance that we all misplaced an act or thought.
That's some bullshit.
That falls less under time travel and under parallel theories and worlds. Because that's like overlapping.
It's been proven right.
There's another one that's a concept of it, which is for every parallel world, every multiversal, whatever happens out there, you have one stream of consciousness which exists, and anytime you die in one of them, you just progress into the next one with small itty bitty changes that are not exactly the same, but continues along the next path.
So
see, the Mandela effect. I compare that to religion, right?
Oh.
Like everyone agreeing that they believe that something specifically happened, right? In like Christianity and stuff like that, everyone believes that there's a big dude sitting on a cloud, hanging out, waiting for us to come join him, right?
See, I'm not gonna get into that one either on that side of it right now, because I could totally also throw it's anything that you want to say has one side to it has another side of it, because you create at that point you create.
Well, no. I'm saying
you create the God/omnipotence paradox.
Well, no. I'm saying like it's the Mandela effect and religion work together because it's everyone agreeing that something happened and we're all either remembering it wrong or remembering it at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Either like the big one is like the Berenstein Bears or Berenstein Bears, right? That or the Fertile Looms having a cornucopia versus not having cornucopia.
It's definitely.
It's like someone said it, we all thought about it for a second, and we're like, no, we agree with that statement.
Yep.
And Christianity, like specifically, works the same way. It's like this guy saw God, saw Jesus, saw all this stuff happen, and we all agree that that probably happened.
It's similar to like herd/crowd mentality, is that no one acts because everyone thinks someone else is going to, but the moment one person acts, everyone acts.
Oh, well, yeah, partially. But that requires like the action of a shepherd. I guess for like the herd mentality aspect.
Not necessarily,
it requires
because it's an
well,
action.
no, because it requires someone pointing out the problem.
It's a moment. Which again is not unsimilar to what you're talking about with the Christianity side of it.
That's what I'm saying. It requires one person pointing it out.
Right, so that's the action, that's the creation, that's the motion, and that happened.
Yeah.
So because someone said something, you had a group of people that all fell on top of it, and
but for like but to say that like no one's acting because someone thinks someone else will, it requires one person pointing out the problem and then everyone to jump on their bandwagon essentially.
All right. All right, guys.
Yeah, yes. We're getting into.
We are way over. Okay, we'll save it for next week with the conspiracy theories. Bring up one-year topics for next week.
I'm gonna talk about Kingdom Hearts timeline.
I don't think it's a conspiracy theory, but
oh no, he's got plenty of stuff.
There's gonna be a conspiracy theory somewhere.
My favorite character is Donald Duck with a gun.
My favorite character
we could go back to like normal
9/11 created
food
Taylor Swift
and music, and we're like, no, we're going into conspiracy theories.
You gotta think,
destroy everything.
Who the hell is gonna chime into 3 dudes talking about food? Let's be real here. All when we're talking about conspiracy theories, we're gonna be like Joe Rogan and get fucking canceled, and then we're gonna get more popular.
I think you have to have a following first, Dave, for that to happen. But
Technically, we have a following. We have 1 on Twitch and 5 on YouTube.
Yes, thank you for the 3 of us and then Allie.
Thank you, Allie. You're in the chat. We appreciate you. She said she's going to be our timekeeper for the 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But all right,
That's gonna be hard. We're all gonna be over top to each other.
all right. With that said, I'm gonna close this out.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for tuning in to the Triple E podcast. I'm Dave,
I'm Duncan.
And I've been Danny.
and that's a wrap.